Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Baylor Athletics Hall of Fame, Brad Goebel.
They said keep this to 3 minutes, so I'm going to try to do that. I got a little bit bigger piece of paper, but not much. Thank you all so much. Thank you to Walter, Tammy, the B Association, all the B letter winners. Quite an honor to be here, to be selected. Never would I have dreamed this. As a quarterback in small town of Cuero, you know, was honored to be selected to get a scholarship to Baylor University, and never would I thought would I end up here, but I'm very, very humbled. Cody, love you, man. Cody was a senior when I was a freshman here, and I learned so much from him, how to carry myself and how to be a great person and a great leader and a great teammate and a great quarterback. I do appreciate that. Gordon Smith. Gordon married my wife and I. Gordon married Christy and I about 14 years ago, so I've known Gordon a long time, and great that he's here. My parents are here, Arlen and Sally Goebel. I want to thank them for everything that they've done for me over the years. I tell you what, you know, getting older and having children yourself, you really understand and realize all the sacrifices that your parents made for you. And I had two brothers. My older brother was 14 months older than me, and my younger brother was 4 years younger than me. And so they were running around, you know, taking us to practices and events, and we didn't know it at the time or think much of it. It's like, you know, come on, get us there on time. But, you know, having children myself, having my daughter, Kylie, who was in rodeo, spending a lot of Saturdays watching her barrel race, and now my son, Gage, baseball players. You know, it's quite a sacrifice and quite a lot of work, and but I tell you what, you know, you sure do enjoy it, and we sure do enjoy it, Christy and I, and I'm sure my parents did too. What a great feeling to be a parent and have children that can play sports and compete, and just really a blessing. Thank y'all, Mom and Dad. Speaking of my children, I mentioned them, but my daughter Kylie's here with her boyfriend Austin, and my son Gage is sitting over there with the camera. I guess he's videoing. He's probably going to put it on TikTok or social media somehow. You know, we just spent 16 hours at a baseball tournament last Saturday, and like I said, just had a blast doing it. My wife Christy is with me here tonight. Beautiful soul, great person. We work together, we travel together, we spend all our time together, and she's my best friend. I'm glad that we didn't meet when I was playing football, because we probably would have never got married. She's an Aggie, but we get along really pretty good. Christy's parents are here, Pat and Sheila Sweeney. They drove down from Longview. Thank y'all for coming and supporting me. Also want to recognize probably the guy that is responsible for me playing football, Larry Pullen. He was my high school football coach. He's sitting back there. Larry and his wife Cindy are here. I didn't play football much growing up. I was a baseball player, and I got into high school and thought I'd give it a go. And I was a punter and a wide receiver, and then I played a little bit in the secondary on defense. And I guess about my junior year in high school, Larry called me in and he said, "Brad, you're just much too slow to be a wide receiver." So he said, "How about quarterback?" I said, "I don't know, Coach. I never had played quarterback, but I'll give it a go." And I did. We played the first game against Beeville, who was a 4A school, highly ranked at the time, and we got beat 33-3. You remember that, Larry? I'll never forget it. I didn't like quarterback, and I didn't want to play it anymore. And I remember that next morning, the training table, Saturday morning, Larry comes in there. He's got a big smile on his face. He said, "I found my quarterback. I found my quarterback." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "What about that interception I threw on the 3-yard line that they intercepted and ran 97 yards back for the touchdown?" He said, "Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We'll be all right." We didn't lose another game until the regional or the quarterfinals against Columbus. Had a pretty good run. Come back my senior year in high school, and we went 14-2 and made it to the state finals and got beat by Dangerfield, and ended up setting the 3A state class yardage record that season. So, Larry, thank you. I really appreciate you saying, "Hey, I'm a slow wide receiver." So it all worked out good. Also, speaking of coaches, my coaches are here from Baylor. Coach Taft, Donnell, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Coach Cotton Davidson is here, Carolyn, and Robert James with his wife Linda's here. Those 3 coaches ended up finding their way down to my house outside of Cuero. First recruiting visit that I received from any college, and they show up, and y'all must have thought y'all were lost driving down that long gravel road to try to find our place, but you found it, and you found me, and I really appreciate that. Appreciate the opportunity to play football here, and I learned a lot, and I really love you guys, and thank y'all for coming and supporting me here tonight. Also, I've got a few teammates and friends that are here tonight. My college roommate, Bobby Jack Goforth, was a wide receiver with us at the time at Baylor, and he was my roommate, great friend, and we had a lot of good fun together and played a lot of great football. Also, got Clay Pullen, was a high school teammates here, Lee Price, Rob Walker, Chris Kiefer, and Benji Geller. Thank you guys for being here, showing the support. We had a lot of fun together, and just being one guy on a team, I was just a quarterback, that it takes a whole team. I stand up here and, accept this recognition, but I was just one guy of about 80 out there, and a lot of times the quarterback gets a lot of the glory and he gets a lot of the blame, and you know this, Cody, but it takes everybody, and I tell my son that now, being a part of a team, everybody's got to work together, and it's just not one guy. Lastly, I want to thank Gail Galloway. Gail is here tonight with his daughter Tara, and Gail and I have become friends over the last 25 years, and he's really a great friend and mentor to me. You played just a few years before me here at Baylor, but I really wish we'd have been teammates together, because we'd have been one hell of a team. Thank you. I love you. I love all the Baylor Nation, It's a great school. I got a great education. Thank you for the honor. Sic 'em Bears, and let's beat Texas.